So then I did a freestyle, and my team heard it. They sent it to Drake, and they was like, okay, stop singing that and delete it, and we'll just, because he wants it. And I'm just like, what? So keep in mind, I'm opening with no music. No one has no clue what was happening. And in the back of my mind, I know I have a song with Drake.
Welcome again to another Audacy check-in. My name is DJ Buck. This time, I have I want to call him a good friend of mine. I'm a day one fan. GIVÄON's with us right now. How you doing, man?
I'm doing so good, even better now.
You did a show in New Haven. You didn't see me singing your songs?
No, but I heard you.
You heard me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Welcome, man. How you feeling? How things going?
It's good. I always like coming back here and just getting to talk about the process, add some context to the music and everything.
Just got some good news. 7 Grammy nods. Are you nervous?
No, I mean, nah.
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Yeah, I'm always nervous until I'm in whatever the situation is, and then I relax. It's like, it's more not nervousness. I'm just excited. I'm just really excited to be doing what I do.
Did you ever imagine you'd be in this position as a kid growing up in California, that you would be sitting here in front of all the people performing, singing these songs? Was that something that you always wanted to do?
I would visualize it, but it was hard to make it make sense because I had no idea the steps that it would take. But yeah, I would imagine it all the time. But did I believe it? I don't know.
Did you have people around you that made it?
Oh no, not at all. That's what made it more like this is just a dream. Because
you couldn't believe it. You can believe somebody like you could make it
with no resources, with no. Because this is also a space where if you're a doctor, you're the best doctor in the world. You're gonna end up being a great doctor somewhere. If you're an amazing basketball player, you're gonna end up in like the professional, at least a professional organization. But music, I feel like you can be so talented and still there's a chance that you just won't get into a certain position because of circumstance.
Your EP, Take Time, you recorded that during the pandemic. You released it during the pandemic.
Yeah, released it, yeah.
Why did you do it? Why then?
Well, I was first. The pandemic came after. It was like, I want to ask the pandemic, why did you come when I was dropping my EP? So I was just like, oh, I don't know. And I had no references or examples because it was the first time that ever happened in like the world. So I was just like, and it wasn't going away anytime soon. So I'm like, I'm gonna just drop it now.
Did you think during that time, because of the pandemic, it was a good time for people to consume your music? Because at that time, everyone was online listening to music.
Yeah, and people were more so at home. And my only concern was I love listening to music in the car. So I was like, are people gonna get to like play this on their commute to work and stuff like that? But I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it
and put it out there.
Yeah.
How did the Chicago freestyle come around? How did that happen? Take me to the day that when you got that phone call.
So I went on tour with Snow Allegra.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, I love Snow. In 2019, but I had no music. I had one song that I released like years and years before, like independently. And I was just like, okay, so I don't know what songs I'm gonna sing, because she invited me and it was just like 10 minutes. I was like, okay, how am I gonna fill up my set?
Right.
So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna release a song the day of tour called Like I Want You. And then I'm gonna perform an unreleased. I'm gonna do a cover, and then I still have more time left. So I was like, I'm gonna each city I'm a freestyle. And Chicago was the first city, so then I did a freestyle, and my team heard it. They sent it to Drake, and they was like, okay, stop singing that and delete it, and we'll just, because he wants it. And I'm just like, what? So keep in mind, I'm opening with no music. No one has no clue what was happening. And in the back of my mind, I know I have a song with Drake.
That's crazy.
And they're just like, no one knows anything yet. And I knew the song. It was as soon as I heard it, I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be a life-changing thing.
That's amazing. Now the song that you did perform on that tour made it to the album. One of my favorite songs on the album.
Yeah. That you was rocking to. That's the one I heard you.
That's the one, man. It took me back. I was broke up with somebody because of that song. I picked up my phone and I said, I got to call this person because you took me there.
That's the goal.
That's the gift of your music. It's emotions, man. When you're recording these songs, do you have to be in a certain mode to get this message across?
Yeah.
Can you just jump in the studio and just sing like I love you? Or is it a process?
No, it's a process. I've tried to make the certain songs when the mood and emotion didn't match, but you can just tell because it just comes off as just disingenuous. So yeah, I kind of have to.
Big record, Peaches with Justin Bieber. How did that feel? That was a huge record.
I think I was just in the moment. I didn't realize how big it was gonna be. I just enjoyed the song, and I was like, let's do it, because he called me and asked, and I was just like, yeah, of course. And then I that was probably one of the fastest things I ever wrote, because I was just so excited. So, but you never know how big these things are gonna be, and then once it's out there, you're like, oh wow,
yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Your style of music, coming up in LA, there's all types of music around you. West Coast, you got all kind of music around you. How did you manage to stay focused on your sound without the interference of what you're hearing on the outside?
Yeah, I think I just grew up culturally around so many different cultures that I would never be too influenced by outside cultures. Like my street, it was black people, it was Mexicans, it was Filipinos, Cambodians, Samoans. So I was used to coexisting to other sounds, but still staying authentic to whatever my family was doing. And I've just always been big on just authenticity.
I think you grew up around music. Your mom and your brothers, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna name some songs, and you take me back to a time that you remember. Some artists. Mary J. Blige.
Mary J. Blige. My mom would probably be, who was living on the east side of Long Beach, she'll probably be cleaning up, fussing about something, about us dirtying up or something. Or if we didn't leave the meat to thaw out when she went to work. Yeah, that's Mary J. Blige's time. I'm actually, when I hear Mary J. Blige, I get scared.
Why do you get scared?
Because that's my mom, that's when she played, when she fed up.
When she had enough, she would play Mary J.
Yeah, she said that Mary coming on.
Yeah, Mary started preaching. You in trouble then.
Yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass.
It's smooth. I remember my aunties and uncles. It was like more of like the cookout is what I'm visualizing. I could smell the charcoal burning. I could just see the sun out. It's warm. Everything is just copacetic.
Now today, 20s is on the radio right now. Were your 20s that bad? Did she waste your time in your 20s? What happened, man? Come on.
Nah, it wasn't horrible. I think it was one of those things where I had to get off my chest, where it's like, it was like, yeah, I'm just like, I could have put this time and energy into something else instead of, like, I guess if I look at it a certain way, I didn't completely waste my time because I learned certain things. But it's like, no, I'm more so feel like I wasted what I could have put my focus into.
Right.
Like I probably could have been a better artist or something.
People you grew up with back home, when they see you now, are they surprised at the person you became because you was never that person back then?
Nah, everybody, they're always like, I knew it.
They knew it?
Yeah.
You seem kind of quiet though.
Yeah, but it depends on the environment or like who I'm around. Once I get like comfortable, I'm kind of like, all right. And it's like, I could get a little more quiet and timid. Not even timid, just removed from just the public space, because I love the idea of keeping just like a healthy balance. Like I like to say I live in the sweet spot of just like celebrity. Like I could do anything that I want to do without feeling like I have to move a certain way. I could do, like someone, yeah, of course people are gonna come up to me and show me appreciation, but it's not, I don't have to worry about being mobbed or stalked or people trying to get into all my information, blah blah blah. I don't have to deal with all that.
What is this music you make? How do you think it makes your mom feel? Like, what do you want your mom to get out of what you're doing?
I want her to stop saying she can't believe it.
Every day she says that?
Yeah, I'm like, all right, it's been 5 years. Yeah, I'm getting offended now. Like you you didn't have no clue that it was possible, right? Year 1, year 2, it was like, it's like dream come true. Year 3, she's like, man, you really did it. I'm like, yeah. Year 4 or 5, she's like, you? I'm like, all right.
That's
It's
enough.
me.
Yeah, me.
So, and that's why she not on my next album, because I'm fed up.
Now, your voice hasn't always been like this.
Mhm.
Growing up in high school, most people have growth spurts.
Yeah.
You had a voice. Your voice changed. And how did you adapt to that? And how did you take
that was
advantage of
terrifying.
it?
I think it really just pitched down. So I lost like my vocal control and breath control because it was just coming out a completely different way. So I was like, oh, I don't know how to sing no more. So, but that's when I started to sharpen my writing.
You're ready.
But then I discovered like a Frank Sinatra, Barry White,
Those voices.
and I was like, oh, I could just use this. I don't have to sing how I was singing before.
Take me to the day you had that blank piece of paper
Mhm.
on the desk and you started to write Heartbreak Anniversary.
Mhm.
What was that like?
I just wanted to capture a feeling, that feeling of like something that stings every time it comes back around, because it is just a flood of memories and emotions that come back. So I wanted to, is there a song that I can, or is there something I can say to someone who feels the exact same way, who doesn't necessarily know how to articulate it like I can, because I felt it. I felt that.
It's hard to create something that's gonna last forever. You created a song that's gonna last forever.
Yeah, I think that song is gonna last forever. There's a clip of me performing in London. It goes like re-viral every year.
The
And
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, wireless.
Wireless, yeah.
Yeah, with a glass of wine. It goes re-viral every year.
Is that where the glass of wine started at? Because that glass of wine is
Like, was
famous right now.
I know. I mean, yeah. I'm gonna take credit. I wasn't the first one to have a drink on stage, but they were the Rat Pack was definitely doing it. Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr. But they were drinking whiskey, bourbon, cognac.
That brown liquor, you got the wine.
Yeah, I started that.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw you perform, I said, "This guy's from Brit. He's British." The way he's moving, he's British.
Yeah.
He got the spot of tea. He's British.
Mhm.
You get that a lot.
Yeah, I'm still fighting that
You're still
allegation. I'm fighting that case right now.
Now the new albums. Are you excited about this new project coming out?
Oh yes, I'm super excited and like relieved, because it's hard working on something for 3 years, because the year 3 don't feel the same as year 1. Year 1 is a little more relaxed.
Right.
Year 3 is like, okay, you on the clock kind of. Yeah, but it's like it's up to you to be like, yeah, but I'm gonna be an artist that takes its time. But I'm that, but I also really care about my fans and the people who take the time to listen, and people who spend their money to go see me for 80 minutes to however long. So I just want to give them something too.
The single "Rather Be."
Mm-hmm.
Love that song right there.
Thank
The
you.
horns, the production.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of like an Al Green.
Mm.
It gives me that soulful sound.
Yeah.
Who helped you produce that record? They got 7. Who helped you produce that?
Yes. Well, first off, thank you for that. Like that, I guess, reference or homage, because Al Green, the way he's able to even capture soul and emotion that I talk about, he's
right.
really he's like one of my goats in the sense of being emotive with singing and even performing wise too. But yeah, Seven Thomas is the master. He's a maestro behind it.
Behind
Like,
everything.
Yeah, and I was like, there were songs where I was okay with it being at like 70% done, and I was like, this is nice. But he was like, no, there's still you still got 30% left.
more.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Now I
jeez.
talked about Al Green and the horns. And I think Al Green's band was very important to his success.
Yes.
And when I saw you, I came backstage and I asked you about your band.
Mm-hmm.
And you told me, you said amazing things about that band. How
Yeah.
important for the band? How important is it for the band to be in one with you?
Yeah, I think it's almost, especially for the live element, it's almost more important than my vocal, because it's like you seen the show, people are like, they screaming it, so the vocal could be like Sometimes you're not even gonna be able to hear me because the person next to you is yelling, but you gonna hear and you gonna feel the music. So it has to be tight, and it has to hit. And we like have like, I tell them every time, like, y'all protecting me up here. So we spend real time off court together as well, because that translates on stage.
I can't wait for you to go back on tour. Are you ready for another tour, a world tour?
Oh yeah, I'm very ready. I'm coming right back here too, and you're gonna be in there singing.
I'll be there singing. I'll play the bass for you. If you need a bass player, I'll play the bass.
You play bass?
Get that guy out of here. Get that guy out of here. Let's go.
I got something for you.
Well, thanks for checking in with us, GIVÄON. It's been amazing. The new album is out.
Yes.
Beloved. So please pick that up. Single
July
Rather Be.
11th.
A great job, and it's a pleasure for me to sit down with you because you're amongst. There were a new leader of R&B singers today. You, October London, Snow Allegra, Sir. You're in good company.
Yeah.
And you guys need to take this culture
and keep
take
it
it
going
to the next level and keep it going.
Yeah.
Because we need to evolve. And what you guys are doing is giving us and giving the younger generation something that they never knew they missed. They never knew they missed it.
They needed Al Green-esque horns. They didn't know they needed that, but now they do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Audacy check-in. GIVÄON.
Audacy.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Enjoy that video? See more interviews, more performances, and more of your favorite artists by subscribing and downloading the free Audacy app.